management, and I'm very happy dahil you have me onboarded today. Thank you, Ms. Maricar, for having me onboarded today for my first class.
Salamat
I'm
din
very
po.
excited. Ayun. So I just want to have a very brief background about myself. Okay, so you can call me Sai, Cyril. Huwag niyo na akong tawagin Teacher Sai or Teacher Cyril. Just call me Sai. If you have yon, okay, I'll be more comfortable kapag ganun ako tinawag. Um, I'm a registered nurse. So I graduated from Far Eastern University back in 2008. Uh, I'm also a licensed professional teacher. And currently, I work in ADNOC gas processing as an HR
Hindi mo
officer
naman
sa
nagsabi
employee
ng post.
relations. Huwag kayong mag-alala, though nagpa-practice ako ng HR ngayon, I'm still fully equipped with the knowledge and the practice pagdating sa curriculum natin sa nursing aid. So if you have questions, just let me know. Huwag mahihiya. Again, katulad ng mga estudyante ko before sa different institutions, this is a learning environment. So learning process to. You can learn from me. I will facilitate the learning, and I'll definitely learn from your questions, from your inputs, from your point of view. Now, I would just like to set your expectations, okay? Basic house rules lang sa online learning. Ginawa ko na yung online learning for so long. But in your case, gusto ko na if you have questions, you can use our group chat. So meron tayong group chat dito sa Zoom. For sure you're familiar with it. And then what else? Kapag magli-leave, let me know. We will have our breaks. Ano pa ba? So yun, if you have questions, let me know. Normally, I am comfortable facilitating the class through English. Pero I'll do it, if you want it in Taglish, it's okay also. But I cannot do it in pure Tagalog. Kasi normally ang mga Bisaya, we have challenges in delivering it in straight Tagalog. Okay, so I'll do it in Taglish instead. Hello, sir.
Hello,
Good
sir.
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome on board. Thank you, Mr. Michael, for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you.
So, wala ka pang na-miss ng masyado pang importante kasi we're doing the introduction part still. Okay.
Okay.
So, I'm Cyril. You can call me Sai. I'll be your facilitator for today's course, and for the entire level 3 nursing aid course. Yun lang. Let me know if I'm going too fast, if I'm going too slow. So kapag may mga questions kayo, wag mahihiya, okay? Kasi ang goal natin is to learn, to understand, and to digest, to process everything. Kasi ang role nyo would be crucial or critical. Nursing aides or nursing assistants are you have a very critical and crucial positions. So, huwag mahihiya. Kailangan intindihin lahat ng principles, lahat ng theories, lahat ng concepts para pagdating sa practical application, hindi tayo magkukulang. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, that's it for me. Next, Mary Ann.
Hello, everyone. Hi, sir. I am Mary Ann. We are living here in Ruiz. We are working at home, working with the family. I was a failure nursing student way back 2007.
Don't say you're a failure nursing student.
Opo, hindi ko po kasi natapos. Yun lang po.
Thank you, Mary Ann.
Okay po.
So, sinong next natin na mag-introduce?
Hello. Hello, everyone. I'm Leonora Castro. Currently working in a daycare school.
Okay.
But now, since the school is off, since March 10, sir. So, we're just staying in the house. now that we have the online class, thanks God. So we can
Yeah,
pursue, we
great.
can continue our class in nursing aid.
Thank you for skill
I hope.
management.
Yeah, skills management.
So how do you want us to call you? Elsie or Lenora? I see it's Elsie.
Yeah. It's okay,
Elsie.
Leonora.
Lenora?
Leonora.
Okay. Sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. Nothing more to
Thank
say.
you. All right. Thank
I'm a
you.
professional caregiver in the Philippines. That's why I continue with this nursing aid.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah. I hope.
So
I
we
hope
have Elsie.
we will find like good work after this nursing aid
Inshallah.
study. Yeah,
Inshallah.
inshallah. Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Elsie.
Thank
Next, who do we
you.
have?
Ako na naman.
Okay.
I'm Juliet Generoso. I'm currently working in the house.
Okay.
Pero wala akong tukol ng nursing aid. Kaya ako gusto ng nursing. Gusto ko madagdag kaalaman ko tungkol sa
Okay.
nursing aid. Yan lang po.
Thank you, Ma'am Juliet.
Okay, start na, Vilma.
Next, Miss Belma.
Hello, sir. I'm here in Vilma, Mallorca. Here in Ruwais.
Dalawa pala taga-Ruiz natin.
Tatlo kami, sir.
Tatlo po kami, sir.
Okay.
Neighbors.
Si Ma'am Belma, okay. Sige ma'am, continue po.
Kasi,
Yun lang po. Ay, good job, naka-uniform si Ma'am Belma.
Perfect.
Okay.
Winner.
So we have Ma'am Juliet, Ma'am Belma, Ma'am Elsie. Next, si Ma'am Mary Ann tapos na rin. Sir.
Michael Trumata. I'm here living in Hamdan, and my background is in hospitality industry.
Oh, nice. Very good. Okay.
Yeah.
So sa tourism yan, di ba? Tama?
Sa cruise po.
Parang HRM, correct? Okay.
Tapos, I just enrolled because also for my wife. Because my wife is a nurse, and hopefully we can go together to different country.
Nice, very good.
So that it will be easy.
Yeah, that's true. This is a very good, stepping stone for you. So we have Mr. Michael. Kami ni Mr. Michael, magkapit-bahay. Andito lang ako sa tourist club. So malapit ako sa Hamdan. So Mr. Michael, Miss Mary Ann, sino pang hindi nag-introduce sa atin?
Wala na po. Si ate,
So, okay.
si ate Emily, kaya lang hindi po yata.
Ako na lang po, sir.
Ayan na,
si
Maricar.
Ay, sir, question.
Uy, may
Do we
question na
require
kagad.
to wear the
Nakakatakot.
uniform? No, about the uniform.
Hindi po tayo hindi required mag-uniform. I'm not sure kay Miss Maricar. This is my
May suggestion ako para
class
mag-enjoy
online.
kayo, okay? Which I'm doing it with my class, okay? So, kunwari ngayong araw na to, mag-white kayo. Next week, mag-uusap kayo, next week, ganito ang color natin.
Color
Color coding kayo.
Color
Right?
coding.
So, something na different na mag-aano kayo sa every session nyo, every class nyo, di ba? Kasi nasa bahay lang tayo sa sitwasyon ngayon. So, let's make something na magiging ano po. Di ba? Tama, sir? Sai?
I'm in it.
Oh, yeah. See? So, si Sir Saya magsasabi sa inyo kung anong color para ano kayo. Okay? Mag-a-agree kayo. So, I think it will be better para at least maano ng mga mind natin kasi masyado na tayo nag-iisip sa outside world natin, di ba? So,
Correct.
let's try to be positive. Okay? Smile. Pray lang tayo and keep safe and enjoy your class. Okay? I'll see you on the end of your class, but I'll be
Thank you.
here lang, okay? Thank you so much. I'll off na may i-mute ko na and even my video. Thank you.
Okay. All the best. Thank
All the
you.
best. Bye.
Bye. Okay. So,
Yes, sir.
Okay lang pala kahit di na kayo uniform. Magkapalit ako.
Next meeting, Ate Vilma.
Mag-gown ka, te.
Wag na, wag ka na magpalit.
Maya na, te.
okay. So guys, today, i-share ko sa inyo later on ang yung course outline natin for today's lesson. Okay? So just to give you an overview, I'm not sure kung meron na kayong I'll give you an exam, okay, but it's gonna be online. That's why hiningi ko yung email addresses ng lahat. Kasi I will send an online an online examination about our topics for today. Okay, so meron tayong 3 modules for today. We will be talking about mobility assistive devices. So please take down notes kasi you will be watching some videos for today. And I'll be asking some questions. By the way, I'm under the expectation na tapos na kayo ng level 1 and level 2, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Lahat, right? You cannot
Yes, po.
enroll in level 3 without completing levels 1 and 2, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Because magbabato ako ng iba't ibang tanong while during the discussion. Nag-anatomy and physiology na kayo, right?
Yes, sir.
Mm.
Tapos na po.
Okay. And then at the end of this training session, I need your feedback also. So magsisend ako ng survey, na short survey on how you felt the training or the course was provided para alam natin yung susunod natin gagawin sa next course natin. Okay, to make it more effective.
Yes, sir.
All good?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Great. So I'll be sharing my screen with you guys. Wait 1 second na. So mag-orientation muna tayo. Share natin to. So nakikita niyo yung screen ko?
Wow, labo.
Opo.
Maliit, sir.
Super cute.
Lakihan ko. Ayan na.
Ayun.
Nakikita niyo?
Opo, sir.
Yes po.
Opo.
Okay. So ito yung ating ito yung topics natin for level 3 nursing aid course outline level 3. I'll be sharing the file sa group chat natin. Okay. Nakikita nyo?
Mas tahimik na kaya ako.
Assistive. Yes. Nursing aid course level 3. Mobility assistive devices.
So nakikita nyo ngayon yung courses. Ito yung course outline natin. Pwede siyang madagdagan. Pwede din siyang makompress. Okay? Depende. Kasi may assessment tayo. So titingnan ko yung progress ng bawat isa sa inyo. So we have here our week 1. This is our week 1. So mobility assistive devices. Then next we have our medication management. So, magfo-focus tayo normally sa mobility assistive devices sa mga nursing aid or nursing assistant interventions. Alam niyo yung term na intervention, correct? Hello, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, pag sinabing nursing intervention, anong ibig sabihin nun? Sino makakapagsabi? Any idea? Guys, huwag kayong mahihiya. Again, it's a learning process. Okay, pagdating sa learning process, this is a safe environment. Lahat pwede magkamali dito. That's why we are studying and learning. So ayoko nang nahihiya. So ano yung nursing intervention na sinasabi natin? Mag-chat ako sa group. Okay.
Like,
Nakita niyo sa group chat yung tinype ko?
Yes, sir. Nursing intervention. Diba? Kasi yung nursing intervention.
Anyone?
it's a process, sir. Like, hello?
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
listening.
it's
Thank you,
a,
Elsie.
yeah, it's a process,
Okay.
sir, for,
Yeah. Sige, tell me.
like,
Huwag mahihiya. English, Tagalog,
nursing,
guys.
a process.
It's a process, okay?
Yeah.
Michael, give me your idea about nursing intervention.
Nursing intervention is just like or interaction.
Interaction, okay, very good. So meron tayong process, meron tayong interaction. Mary Ann, give me your idea.
It's like the procedure, sir, that we will be doing for our patient or something. It's like
Okay, so
procedure.
procedure, we have process. What else? Michael, anong sinabi mo kanina? Interaction. Okay, interaction. Can you type it? Can you type those words in our chat box, please? Sa mga nagbigay ng. So Michael, type yours. Sino pa? Mary Ann, type yours.
Saan po banda, sir?
LC,
Sorry.
type yours. Sa right hand side,
Yes.
makikita nyo may chat box dyan. Sa bottom ng screen nyo, nakikita nyo or wala?
Wala po akong nakikita sa chat box. Meron lang yung stop video, mute,
Mag-share ako
share
ng
content,
screen.
participants.
Wala kayo nakikita chat box? Ayan. So sa LC nakapag-type na. Okay. Ma'am Belma. Hello? Ma'am Belma.
Hello, sir. Wait.
Okay.
Bakit privately yung akin?
So sa LC, nakapag-type na siya. Si Mr. Michael, please type yung sinabi mo kanina. Okay, interaction. Thank you so much. Ma'am Juliet.
For me, sir, it is definition or example for treatment.
Okay. Ayan. Gumagalaw na si Ma'am Belma. Okay. So, Miss Ma'am Belma, ano ang nursing intervention para sa'yo?
Asa man
Hindi ah.
Okay. So, sino pa? Si Ma'am Elsie, si Mr. Michael meron na. Ma'am Juliet. Any idea?
for me, in my idea, is a definition or example for treatment.
Okay. Treatment. Paki-type ng word na treatment. Miss Juliet sa chat box natin.
Makikita, sir.
Mary Ann, procedure. Okay, very good.
Saan chat ba dito?
Sa
Dito sa
bottom
ano.
sa bottom ng screen. So meron diyan yung meron diyang bar at the bottom kung saan mo makikita yung mute. So you have to hover or point your mouse sa bottom para mag-pop up siya. So nakita niyo na?
Hindi pa po.
Doon po sa ano sa more. Yung
Sa
option na more. Tapos pindutin niyo po yun. Nakikita niyo po yung ano. Chat, meeting settings, raise hand, disconnect, gano'n. Nandun po.
Gumagamit pala kayo ng mobile. Tama?
Opo. Yes, sir. Mobile po.
Okay. Kasi laptop pala yung ginagamit ko. Iba yung nakikita niyo interface. Okay, anyways. Thank you guys for giving me your ideas about nursing intervention. Kasi kung nakompleto niyo ang level 1 at level 2, dapat naintindihan niyo kung ano ang nursing intervention. Kasi napaka-importante nito. Ito ang isa sa it's one of the most important activities na ginagawa ng nurses. Okay?
Nawala ng internet.
Choppy.
Ngayon, hindi talaga ako nakapagturo ng nursing assistant. Ang naturuan ko is... Hello?
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
sir.
here.
Is everyone okay?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, good.
There's a little interruption, sir. Maybe because of the net.
May study. Please tell me.
Ang alam ko niya si Vilma.
Study.
Okay. Okay, so guys, so pwede na tayo mag-proceed?
Yes, sir.
Saglit si Miss Belma. Okay, so nursing interventions, tama kayo, nursing interventions are, these are measures. Pag sinabi nating measures, ito yung mga ginagawa nating nurses, okay, to address any issues, risks, or health problems. Again, hindi tayo doktor. Ang tawag sa doktor is medical intervention. Pag medical intervention, yan yung mga gamot, surgeries. Doktor yon. Pero tayo, ang tawag natin doon, nursing interventions. Yun yung treatment natin. So it can be through an interaction because we have what we call therapeutic communication pagdating sa nurses. Familiar kayo doon sa therapeutic communication na tinatawag?
Para yung therapy sa...
Familiar.
Okay, type ko natin ha.
Therapeutic communication.
So therapeutic communication, tama si Michael, it's an interaction. So kapag nakikipag-interact ka, you are treating the patient at the same time. Kasi ang mga nurses, hindi lang tayo, siguro ang iniisip nyo, baka pag nurses, nasa tabi lang ng patient, nagtitake ng BP, nagtitake ng vital signs. Pero we are treating our clients. Let's call them clients, not patients. Kasi pag patients, they would sound ill. Diba? Parang may sakit. They are clients. Diba? So we call them clients, not patients. In the process, nurses, even our nursing assistants, we provide therapeutic communication. It's part of our intervention. Pag sinabing intervention, in English, intervention means putulin. Kung ano ang masama, we intervene. Kumbaga mamamagitan tayo para hindi magtuloy-tuloy magkasakit. Para hindi matuloy.
It's like a form of like moral support, sir.
Kung ano yung magiging problema. Hindi bago pa lang dumating sa yun. Exactly. In English, intervention means to intervene is pupunta ka na sa gitna para maputol. In nursing, it means hindi tayo nagpe-prescribe ng drugs, ha?
Yes, sir.
Kasi nurses tayo, measures, pag sinabing measures, activities or procedures na pwedeng gawin natin sa patient in order for them to have optimum health and fast recovery. Okay? So magiging related yan ngayon sa topic natin today. I'll be sharing with you. Nabobore na ba kayo?
No, sir.
Hindi ba
Hindi
sa?
po, sir. Hindi.
Okay, good.
No.
Kung bored kayo, let me know. Okay. So I'll be sharing my screen. Okay, let me know kung nakikita nyo.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Mobility assisted devices.
Okay. So, Ma'am Belma?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have here mobility assistive devices. This is, welcome to our level 3 course module 1. Okay. Ms. Belma, please read our objectives.
Sir? Hindi ko mabasa.
Hindi mo mabasa?
Hindi ko mabasa, sir. Sobrang liit.
Okay. Sige. Sinong nakakabasa? Okay,
Ako
sige,
na
Ma'am
babasahin
Elsie.
ko.
At the end of this module, the student must define mobility assistive devices, be familiar with the common terms for mobility assistive devices in different care settings around the globe, determine who will be benefits from the mobility devices.
Okay. So clear. Clear tayo?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So ngayon, meron tayong 3 different modules for today. Okay? Mobility assistive devices. Okay? Or sabihin natin MAD. 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 Okay? Mobility assistive devices. Okay, be familiar with the common terms. And then, who will benefit? Sino yung receiver nitong MAD or mobility assistive devices? Guys, may idea kayo kung ano yung mobility assistive devices?
Yes, sir. Like the wheelchairs.
Anyone? Yes.
Yeah, like the wheelchairs, sir. Wheelchairs, stretchers.
Stretcher.
Like this board. Oh, what do you call this one? This board, sir, that we will use to transfer the patient from one bed to another.
Okay, good. Juliet.
Make change the bed for the patient for the
Okay. Okay.
Slider board.
Ma'am Belma. Wala pa si Ma'am Belma. Si Miss Mary Ann.
Sorry, sir.
Anong idea mo what's your idea about mobility assistive devices?
These are the devices that we are using to assist to transfer our patients or to move our patients in one place to another or something.
Okay, good. Sir Michael.
Yun sir, to help or and safety transferring the patient to another bed or going to the toilet. You're just assisting the patient.
Okay, good. Thank you. Ma'am Belma, okay ka lang? Okay tayo dyan?
Okay, sir.
Okay, good.
Wala ko ng pagkain ng alaga ko.
Okay, sige. So mag-continue lang kami ha. Nakikinig ka naman, no?
Palis na.
Busy si Ma'am Belma. Okay. Wait lang. So, based sa answers ninyo, I think ang pagkakaintindi nyo ng mobility assistive devices normally is about transferring patients. Tama?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oo, ganun no. Ang pag sinabi bang mobility, anong ibig sabihin ng mobility, guys?
Like, nagmo-move siya.
Paggalaw.
Exactly, paggalaw.
Yes.
Yan ang term na mobility, paggalaw, di ba?
Movement.
So if you're a mobile person, meaning you're moving, you can move.
You can
Mobile
move,
means
yeah.
you can go to a different place.
Yeah.
From here to here. That's mobility, di ba?
Yeah.
You are mobile. Ngayon, assistive means to assist your mobility, di ba? And devices. So, let's look at the different definition. So what is a mobility assistive device? Okay. So Miss Mary Ann, can you read the first definition?
Yes, tools and implements that aid a person with a disability in carrying out mobility or activities of daily living.
Okay, that's according to the medical dictionary. So it's a tool, it's an implement, okay, that aid or assist. Miss Juliet, can you read the next definition?
Assistive devices are external devices that are designed, made, or adapted to assist a person to perform a particular task. Many people with disability depend on assistive devices to enable them to carry out daily activities and participate actively and productively in community life.
Okay, very good. So ibig sabihin, itong mobility assistive devices natin, hindi lang to patient transfer. Tama? These are assistive devices that enable to carry out daily activities and participate actively and productively in community life. That's according to World Health Organization. Ito yung definition nila in 2010. So ang mobility assistive devices are not just to transfer patients kasi meron tayong tinatawag na ambulatory devices. Ito mobility assistive devices. MAD. So ibig sabihin, these are designed for to help the individual to adapt, okay, to become productive, and to participate still like normal in the community life. Diba? So does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Good? Cool? Okay.
Good.
And then let's look at the next definition. So this is from the Physiopedia. Assistive devices and technologies are those whose primary purpose is to maintain or improve an individual's functioning and independence, to facilitate participation, and to enhance overall well-being. Katulad ng sabi natin kanina, itong mobility assistive devices, devices to improve and maintain an individual's function and independence. Hindi mo siya kailangang buhatin. Kasi meron tayong mobility assistive devices. We want them to become independent as much as possible. Okay? Naku, sino nagpatugtog? So do you have questions?
Wala po.
Questions?
Wala po, sir, so far.
Okay, good. So, what are the most commonly used mobility assistive devices?
Wheelchair, sir?
Of course, the very
Yeah,
popular wheelchair.
And this one,
Scratches,
like a cane,
walker, yeah.
walker. Yeah, walker.
Walker, very good.
Yeah.
Canes,
Mm.
crutches, mobility scooters. Okay? So meron pa tayong marami, and each type may kanya-kanya pa silang forms or standards. However, our 3 hours will not be enough to cover in details everything. Okay? So at the end of the module, I'll be providing you some materials for further reading and research.
Yes.
And I'm going to be expecting that next week before we start our next module. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Masyado ba ako mabilis?
Hindi po. Sakto lang po.
Okay.
Sakto.
Okay. So ito lang, titingin tayo ng konting pictures today. Nakita nyo, manual wheelchair, meron tayong electronic.
Electronic wheelchair at saka manual.
Okay. Ito, walker din to. Pero ang tawag sa kanya, rollator.
Related.
Ito ang walker.
Yeah.
So ayan, at meron tayong canes. O sino nang nahampas ng ganitong cane dati ng mga lolo't lola natin?
Sosyalan ko yan, sir. Pat-pat na.
Normally makeshift. Ito yung tungkod, di ba, na sinasabi natin.
Tungkod.
But cane is a mobility assistive device. Okay? And of course, crutches. Meron tayong crutches. Ayan. Sa Tagalog nito ay saklay.
Saklay.
At syempre, high-tech na tayo today, nowadays. Meron tayong tinatawag na mobility scooters. Hindi ito yung mga nakikita nyo sa bakala ha, na ginagamit ng mga delivery boy.
Like wheelchair na-enhance na.
Yes. Na-enhance na siya.
Bumotor na.
So, mobility scooter, ang tawag natin dyan. Oo, kasi ito, ayan o.
Wait, Tamiya. 2 minutes. Oh, 1 second.
Okay. Okay, guys. So ngayon, ito magtatanong ako sa inyo nito kasi nag-anatomy and physiology na kayo eh. So I'm expecting everyone to have at least, you know, a basic understanding. Ma'am Belma,
Yes, sir.
nakikita mo yung screen?
Yes, sir.
Nababasa mo?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, pakibasa po para sa atin.
Who will benefit from the mobility assistive devices?
Okay. Thank you. Nakakahanga naman si Ma'am Belma, di ba? Nag-aaral, it's multitasking. It's what we call multitasking. Nag-aaral at the same time delivering her task, di ba? Okay. So okay pa tayo, guys?
Yes po.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So who will benefit from the mobility assistive devices? Elsie, can you read the first 3?
arthritis, cerebral palsy, and developmental
Mm.
disabilities.
Okay, next three, Juliet.
Diabetic ulcers and wounds, difficulties maintaining balance, fractures or broken bones in the lower limbs. Line.
Okay, Mary Ann.
Yes, sir. Gout and heart or lung issues.
Okay, and Michael.
Injury to the legs, feet, or back, obesity, spina bifida.
Okay, and sino pa? Hindi nakakabasa. Miss Belma, last three.
Hindi ko mabasa talaga.
Okay.
Nakasalamin na ako.
Sprains and
Liliit.
strains,
Walking
walking impairment due to brain injury or stroke, visual impairment or blindness. Okay, babalik ako dito. Kasi gusto ko kayong tanungin. Okay. Why do you think, guys, na kailangan nating na people with heart or lung issues, how are they benefiting from mobility assistive devices? Kasi
Because
maintindihan
they can
natin, di ba? Sige, isa-isa.
Maybe,
Sino muna?
Si Elsie muna.
O,
maybe
LC.
because sir, yung movement nila should be
Limited.
lessened
Bakit?
because of their heart ailment, heart disease. So
Okay.
this
Bakit nga?
mobility devices will help a lot. So they will
Okay.
do those tasks na kailangan nilang gawin without exerting so much effort.
Okay, good. What else? Juliet.
They are needed the heart lungs issue, sir.
Yes. Bakit? How are they benefiting from using mobility assistive devices?
They need the patient that they have heart problem. They need the mobility assistive devices because some patients cannot walk faster and they cannot. They need the devices because the device is like a walker.
Okay,
They cannot
good.
breathe the wheel. That's why they need to have a devices.
Okay, very good. Okay, next. Sino pa? Miss Mary Ann.
Yes, sir. So ano po, for them to lessen the movements which were limited for them to do something like
Okay, good. Halos pare-pareho kayo ng idea, which is correct. Mr. Michael.
They cannot exert more energy in more energy, sir. So they cannot exert
very
more
good.
energy.
Okay, so pare-pareho kayo ng concept, no? Sino pang hindi nagbigay ng idea? Natawag na Michael. Mary Ann, nagsabi ka na rin, di ba? Ng
Yes
idea
po.
mo. Okay. Si Ma'am Juliet nagsabi na rin, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sino pa? Si Ma'am LC nagsabi na. Si Ma'am Belma na lang. Okay. So halos kayo pare-pareho. Ang goal nyo is malesen ang movement. Ayaw nyo silang mag-exert ng effort, correct?
Because
Much as
of
possible,
their
sir.
conditions.
Further
Exactly.
safety.
Exactly. Dahil may heart or lung issue sila. Ngayon, I want to be more specific. Okay? Kasi tama yung sagot niyo eh. Why do we have to lessen their movement? It's because of what? It's because of oxygen demand.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay? The more they move, the more their body demands oxygen.
Oxygen. Yeah.
Okay, yun ang
The more they
specific
know.
na answer for that. We have to lessen their oxygen demand. Their body should not demand a lot of oxygen because their heart and lungs cannot accommodate it. So pag tinanong kayo what's the rationale? Why do we have alam yung ibig sabihin ng rationale, 'di ba? Sa nursing lagi kayong tinatanong 'yan.
The
Oh,
reason,
sabihin sa inyo ng
the reason.
ita-type ko dito ha. Wait lang. Cut natin 'to.
Rationale.
Rationale. Oh, 'di ba?
Yes, yes.
Yung sinasabi. So yan ang sagot, yun ang sagot. Tama kayo doon, to lessen the effort. Ayaw nyo sila mag-exert ng a lot of effort because the goal is ayaw nyo mag-demand ng oxygen yung katawan nila. Okay? Kasi when the body senses na, kailangan ko ng oxygen, what will happen? Anatomy and physiology, what will happen?
There's oxygen, you cannot breathe good.
So it sends signal to your brain, specifically to your medulla oblongata. Sasabihin ng lungs mo, sabihin, I'm high, kailangan ko ng oxygen. So what will happen? Your heart will beat faster, your lungs will
expand.
inhale and exhale faster. Kasi kailangan mo ng demand ng oxygen. And what will happen to you kung may heart or lung issue ka? Then, boom, cardiac arrest, respiratory arrest.
Respiratory arrest.
Okay, so are we good?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. How,
Okay.
sir,
Hmm.
how you will correlate this one for with this pulmonary embolism?
Okay. Pulmonary embolism is different. Pag sinabi mong embolism, okay, though it's not part of our topic, okay?
Just
Pero kukontrolin natin yung mga ganyang question kasi konti lang yung oras natin. So
okay,
from the
sir.
word embolism, what is embolus? Embolus means clot.
Clot, blood.
Clot.
Yeah, clot.
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 Clot, C-O-L-O-T.
Yeah.
Namuo. Namuong dugo, namuong o kaya may embolus. Ang tawag natin just embolus. So pulmonary embolism, pag nakita mo yung structure ng lungs mo, pag ganyan siya, di ba? Google ako ng structure. So, natin siya. So pag sinabi natin pulmonary embolism, in other words, bara. Nagkabara. Isa sa tubo ng daanan ng hangin mo.
Nagkabara.
Nagkabara. So ang embolism is bara.
Bara.
So pwede siyang dugo, pwede siyang hangin. So normally, may embolus tayo, air embolism ang tawag doon. Kasi kailangan lahat nadadaluyan ng dugo. Tama, lahat ng parte mo nadadaluyan ng dugo kasi nasa dugo ang oxygen.
Oxygen, yeah.
Okay? Nasa dugo din ang carbon dioxide na nilalabas mo sa baga mo. Ngayon, kapag nahanginan yan, yung parte na yon hindi madadaanan ng dugo, namamatay yung parte na hindi nadadaanan ng dugo. Make sense?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Imagine niyo yung braso nyo, talian nyo ng mahigpit. Hindi nadadaanan ng dugo. Yung kamay nyo, anong mangyayari?
It will be numb.
It will be numb. That's the first sign and symptoms na kulang ka na sa blood perfusion.
Yeah.
Wala nang oxygen. Nagnanumb hanggang sa mawalan ka na ng feeling. Mag-iiba na yung kulay.
Kulay, yes.
And eventually, baka mamatay na yung cells.
It will die. Yeah.
Kasi walang blood supply. Ganon din sa loob ng katawan mo. And that's why that's the reason pulmonary embolism is very dangerous. Kasi yung bara na yan, it stops the circulation. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Do you have other questions?
None, sir.
Okay. So, Ma'am Belma, are we okay?
It's okay, sir.
Okay, nag-change outfit na si Ma'am Belma. I know you're very busy. So
Yeah.
kung may questions ka para makahabol ka, let me know. Okay?
Okay,
Mr.
sir.
Michael, are we okay?
Opo, sir. Okay lang.
Okay.
Bill, magtanong ka para
Juliet.
huwag kang maghiya. Okay lang ako, sir.
Okay. And
Huwag kang mahiya
then
magtanong kay Sir Bill.
Miss Mary Ann. Okay.
Okay po, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Question.
So, alam niyo tong spina bifida, di ba?
Bifida.
By the way, guys, i-share ko pala sa inyo. Dito sa UAE, hindi natin tinatawag na disabled yung mga taong pilay, mga taong hello?
No.
Yeah.
Nakikinig kayo?
Yes, sir.
Opo, nakikinig po, sir.
Okay. Hindi natin sila tinatawag na disabled, handicap. Huwag kayong gagamit ng ganung terms, ha?
Yeah.
Spina bifida.
Anong tawag natin sa kanila?
Spina bifida.
Hindi, yung mga tao dito sa UAE, hindi natin tinatawag na handicap or disabled. Yung mga pilay, yung mga may kapansanan.
Ano pong tawag pala sa kanila, sir?
Any guess? Okay. So we call them people of determination.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Wait, ma'am.
Okay,
Wait lang
itatype
po,
ko,
sir.
ha?
Wait, nag-grade lang. Okay, ma'am.
Nakita nyo?
Yes, sir.
Yung tinext
Leg.
ko?
Hindi ko mabasa.
Hindi ko po nakita. Chat box.
Saan?
Ano ko sa group
Sa
chat natin, ha?
box? Sa
Sige
chat
po, sir.
box?
Sa WhatsApp, i-send ko.
Sige.
People of determination.
Okay. So clear?
Clear.
Yes, sir.
So, a person of determination. People of determination. Yan ang term natin dito sa UAE.
People of determination.
Huwag kayong tatawag na handicap or disabled, ha?
Opo. People of determination.
Okay. Tandaan nyo yan. Importante yung mga terms na ganyan. Especially when we are interacting with our clients. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Copy.
So as nursing professionals, we are expected to use professional terms as well. Okay? Okay, so do you have any other questions?
What about the spina bifida, sir? This is the hang question a while.
Before.
Yeah.
Oo. So familiar ba kayo sa
Something to
spina
do with the
bifida?
spinal?
Yes.
Spina.
So spina bifida is a congenital, it's a congenital anomaly, meaning it's a congenital problem.
Since birth.
Congenital means at birth. So yung spinal cord mo, hindi siya fully developed.
Yung parang napulyo sila.
Somehow like that. Pero ang polio kasi is specific siya sa nerves ng
Sa
legs mo.
mga legs.
Oo. Pero ang spina bifida, it has something to do with the development of your spinal cord. Kapag hindi na-develop yung spinal cord mo, maraming affected. So
Hindi
pwede yung
makalakad.
breathing mo, yung paglalakad mo, yung mobility mo. So mobility assistive devices can help. Guys, by the way, I want you to be also responsible for your own learning. And that means, kapag meron kayong nakikitang terms dito, you have to write it down. We may not be able to discuss it in details sa class natin kasi we have a specific course outline. But I want you to research it on your own. And if you have questions, you can post it in our WhatsApp group.
Sir, may question
Okay.
ako, sir.
That's how we learn, diba? That's the best way of learning. Take down notes, check kung ano yung term na hindi maintindihan, then we can research it eventually. Okay, you have questions? Yeah, who
Yes,
has
sir.
questions?
Example sa kada lesson natin every Friday. Hindi mo ba yun sa isi-send sa group chat natin?
No, isi-send ko yung file.
Okay.
Okay.
Para meron kayong copy for your examination. What else? What other questions do you have?
Every meetings ba, sir, like after this one, we will have like small quizzes.
Yes,
Just
as much as possible.
refreshment.
As much as possible, I want.
Sa,
As much as possible, I want to have an online assessment every after one topic. Okay, I'll share with you one thing because marami naman tayong oras. This is our first day. Familiar ba kayo dun sa 20-minute rule of learning?
hindi po. Sorry, hindi po.
Okay.
Millennials.
20-minute rule of learning. Okay. Ano po yun, Ma'am Elsie?
Pang millennials ba yan?
Hindi naman siya pang millennials, pero
parang latest na.
this is based on research na ngayon lang naglabasan.
That's why we don't know anything about this 20 minutes.
20-minute rule of learning. Okay. So, you have to divide 20 minutes para ma-master nyo yung isang topic. And trust me, kahit pagkalipas ng isang taon, you will not forget it. Maybe you will forget like 20% of it, but 80% you will understand and still remember.
Sounds good.
Just apply the 20-minute rule.
Ulahanin na kasi, sir, eh.
After this class, okay, spend 5 minutes reviewing your notes. So may 5 minutes na, may 15 minutes ka pang natitira. After 1 week, 5 minutes ulit. Review lang, basa lang.
Okay. Basa-basa.
The following week, 5 minutes ulit. And the 4th week, 5 minutes ulit. 20-minute rule. Trust me, it's been proven by scientists and researchers. Siguro di naman mahirap yung 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Konting dot lang yun sa Messenger tsaka sa Facebook naka 10 minutes nga tayo or even more.
More
diba?
than.
More than. I know. I'm also a victim. I'm guilty of it. Okay. So, before we move on to the next topic, which is Module 2, let's have a quick break for now. One second. Bored na ba kayo?
No, sir.
Hindi naman.
Okay.
Stop share. Okay. So let's have a
Good
let's
po.
have a 10-minute break. Okay. So go to the washroom, drink water, prepare your own coffee. Kasi module 2 and module 3 we'll be reviewing. You'll be taking down notes. Okay, because I'll be sending some videos. I'll be playing some videos like 7-minute video, 5-minute video. And then we will check and understand some nursing interventions that we can use. We might do some activities as well, okay? Kasi it's one of the challenges kapag sa online classroom tayo. You might do a little research and I'll have you quickly discuss what you found out. Pagdating dito sa online class natin. Okay?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay
10
po.
minutes is all yours. I'll see you
Ilang minutes po,
back.
sir?
10 minutes. So guys,
10
be
minutes.
back at exactly 3:25.
3:25. Okay,
Okay?
Timpla lang ako
Thank
ng
you.
kape.
Do not
Okay,
leave the meeting.
Okay.
Stay in the meeting. Be online still.
Okay po. Ihang lang po siya.
Just put it on mute. Baka kasi kausap niyo yung pamilya niyo or something. I'll give you 10 minutes. Be back exactly 3:20.
25.
Okay, sir. 3:25.
Yes.
What happened? Maybe because of the tea that you drink this morning? There's no also, ma'am. The morning.
I took it out here.
Right. I'm sorry. You will make bread today, ma'am. Butter, ma'am. The butter for cooking, ma'am. This one. Class. Kape natin.
Nakain ako ng pipino. Binabad
Ado,
ko sa...
kasiksi. Ayoko magtambay doon sa kusina at baka mautusan pa ako.
Sarado mo pintuan mo.
Kailan ako nagkahihingi.
Di ba, day off mo ngayon, dapat din sila mag-utos-utos sa'yo.
Hindi po.
Ako lang nagluluto ng pagkain.
Bill, kung mag-explain si sir, magtanong ka, wag mo sabihin mo, wag mag-English masyado, hindi ko maintindihan masyado, sir. Ganunin mo.
Ayun nga.
Huwag kang mahiya,
Nahiya
magtanong
ka,
kasi
te?
sabi niya, wag daw mahinga, wag daw mahiya. Bahala yung English ko, balintong-balinton at
Hindi ko pa tapos. Ano ba
diba,
yung
sabi
isisend
ng
na
amo, no, makinig ka. Makinig ka muna. Sabi ng amo mo, babae, you need to practice your English so that you know how to speak in English, right?
Okay.
Even
sasabihin
you
ko
are
sa
balintong-balintong, yung English mo, at least
magbalin-balin.
nakasalita ka ng English. Makakaintindi si sir kasi alam niya Filipino tayo. Di ba, Mian?
Opo. Kain po tayo eh. Gutom ako. Chichirya.
Wala akong chichirya.
Kasi nawawala.
Wala naman, wala.
Alin, te?
Si ano lang nawala eh. Tayo lang tatlo na naiwan dito.
I need to have a break.
Hindi ko kasi
Magtanong
mabasa.
ka, sir, hindi ko maintindihan yung English mo. Okay lang kaya sa iyo kung ang English ko ay balintong?
Okay lang yan kay sir. Don't worry.
Sabi nga niya, wag daw mahiya.
Oo. Kasi ano naman
Makapal na
tayo
itong
eh.
mukha natin eh.
Yeah. Kung doon ka matututo sa pagtatanong, no problem, Ate Belma.
Correct.
Nanginginig ako sa lamig
Ayun,
dito
itong
sa amin.
Doritos, eh.
Sobra kalamig.
Walang yaka. Dinala mo pa kami sa toilet nyo.
Ate, saan nasunog dyan sa inyo?
Kasi
Kami
naka-cellphone ako eh.
Hapon?
Oo. Actually, kami na nga lang yata sa nakaalam na may sunog. Kaya dali-dali kami lumabas.
Kakatakot naman.
Kaya nasa
Paano niyo
gitna
po
pa.
nalaman, ate? Naamoy niyo?
Hindi, may yung kasama namin nag-message.
Ala.
May naano ba diyan pag may sunog? May nag-a-alarm?
Oo, kaya lang usually dapat nga para sa mga ano lang yun, sa mga
Yung
fire
alarm
alarm,
medyo
kaya nga tinawag na fire
nyo, hindi
alarm.
mo nyo naririnig.
Oo, kaya lang meron siyang, hindi, meron. Kaya lang meron siyang nai-intercept na mga smoke na galing sa pagluluto, yung mga ganun. So, syempre, automatic mag-ano siya. Mag-a-alarm
Eh,
ka.
kahit dito sa amin. Kahit dito sa amin, maliligo ka lang. Mag-alarm
Kaya
ka.
nga.
May sunog na. Hindi pa naalam.
Kaya nga. Eh, nasa gitna, nakakatakot. Nasa 16 kami.
May sunog.
Oo, nakapunta na kami ni Mian sa kanila eh.
Kinati ano.
Mismo sa building nyo?
Oh, yes. Pero okay naman na. Saglit lang naman. Kasi naagapan ng bumbero.
Ano bang floor yung sa'yo?
16.
16. Ang
Alam,
sunog.
pag may sunog pa naman, hindi naman pwedeng gamitin ng elevator, ano?
Eto nga, nagkasakita ng mga binti namin. Grabe. Oo. Biro mo.
Delikado
Ang
pag nasa
layo.
baba ang sunog.
Ang taas.
Ang taas.
Parang may pilay nga yung dalawang binti ko eh.
Maggamit ka ng canes, ate.
This is the
Tungkod.
assistive device.
Magsungkong.
Uy, nangungumusta si Sir Ross sa sa group.
Oo nga.
How was it? Sabi niya, sabi ko nag-start na tayo ng online studies, online schooling. Akala ko si Sir nakabalik na.
Sa Pinas
Hindi
pa.
pa po ate, lockdown.
Lockdown siya. 2 years pa daw yun, sabi ni Ma'am
Eh, wag naman
Ma'am
sana. Diyos ko po,
Maricar.
Ode.
Oo, 2 years.
Put
Tapos,
na.
baka nag-duty na siya ngayon doon ng frontliners na siya.
Hindi ba until ano
Ay,
lang
okay
naman
lang
siya,
naman
March?
kasi yung visa natin.
Kasi kulang,
Pag diretso pa tayo dito
kulang
sa
ang
amo
nurse.
natin. Walang makakaalis. Edi, sigurado tayo sa trabaho natin.
Huwag ganun. Uuwi ko ng December.
Paano ka dyan, Leonora? Anong trabaho mo dyan?
Ate?
Open na ang trabaho mo dyan?
Hindi. Almost 2
Okay
months na
naman
kaming
po.
off.
Paano ang ano nyo dyan? Paano ang pagkain nyo?
Kanya-kanya naman eh. Hindi naman kasama sa work yun eh.
Ano
Pero
No
siya?
pay,
naghingi
no work,
ng bayad
no work,
yung
no pay kami.
Oy, nakatanggap ka na nung 720.
Yes. Yeah.
Sa embassy po, ate?
Mm-mm.
Pero
Nakakuha
nagbabayad ka
ako.
pa din ng dyan, rent? Hindi.
Oo. Siyempre, hindi naman kasama.
Kahit no work, no pay, ate?
Yes.
Paano? Kung wala kang budget.
Kaya nga, yun nga problema. Kaya kailangan.
Doon
Ang
mo na kay
naiipon
Papa.
ko na lang puro taba.
Ibenta mo yung taba mo, te.
Kaya nga, 4 kilo na to.
Patabaan
Diba
tayo
open-
dito eh.
Ano no?
Diba
Patabaan
open na
tayo.
pwede na kayo mag-part-time?
Hindi pa ganun limited pa din kahit nag-open sila.
Kasi yung ibang
Blue.
pulis nag-check eh.
Limited pa din.
Blooming
Nakita mo yung
Yes.
blooming ngayon si Vilma.
Wow.
Tingnan mo, maganda na siya.
Lipstick ba?
Hindi
What
Gumanda,
happened?
maganda pala pag
Hello, guys.
Hello,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Ay, 3:25 na.
I'm back. Sorry to cut your chit-chat. I know na missing isa't isa.
Yeah.
Okay.
kami ang
So,
pinaka doon sa school.
So, is everyone ready now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Wala pa si
Okay.
Michael.
Ayaw nga.
Michael? Hintayin natin saglit si Michael.
Kuya Mike.
Let's wait for 2 minutes. If not, then we'll move on.
Kape po tayo.
Thank
Tapos
you.
na
I also
na
have
break.
my coffee. So, class, kung gusto niyo uminom ng coffee while doing while learning, it's fine. Okay, don't really mind.
Coffee.
O, tumahimik na kayo.
Sir, taga-asa ka sa Iligan, sir.
Pag-aasa mo, sir.
Sa Tibanga ko, sa Iligan.
Akala kong Iligan.
Pero nidako na ako sa Manila. Nidako na ako sa Manila.
Kana si
Where in
Mary Ann
Manila,
makasagot
sir?
ng Bisaya.
Quezon City.
Quezon City.
I'm from Pasig.
Madaming case ng
Ay,
COVID.
Pasig. Oo, maraming cases ng COVID sa Quezon City.
Bakit po? Diyos ko, nakakatakot.
madaming
Sa
tao
amin
sa
po, so
Quezon
far, hindi naman po. Pangasinan po kami.
Ano siya?
Oo, yun ang advantage ng mga nasa medyo nasa
Province.
provinces talaga.
Yeah.
Sa
Ganito na
Manila kasi sa Quezon City, ang busy ng mga tao, ang daming
Kaya nga.
Pero sa place ko sa Quezon City, medyo hindi kami masyadong tinatawagan na nga ako ng mga kabatchmates ko. Sabi, umuwi ka na dito at kailangan namin ng mga nurses.
Hala.
Sabi ko, mag-opisina muna ako dito.
Tsaka mahirap umuwi nowadays.
Si Roach dapat doon kasi wala. Naka-uwi siya.
Okay, so I think we're all set. We're all ready.
Diyan na
correct?
si Michael.
Yeah.
So
Not
Elsie is
Yeah,
online.
Sir.
Ma'am Belma, Ma'am Juliet,
Yes,
we
present.
have Mary Ann,
Yes, sir, online.
And then Mr. Michael.
Online.
Okay,
Online na.
thank you. Mary Ann, Michael, Belma, Juliet, Elsie. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir.
And I hope you enjoyed your quick break. Medyo matipid pa ako sa break kasi we have to cover a lot of things. Okay. Now, let me share my screen. Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So welcome to our Module 2, Mobility Assistive Devices, Nursing Aid Level 3 course, Module 2. Can you help me read the objectives, Miss Mary Ann?
Yes, sir. At the end of this module, the students must understand the appropriate use of mobility assistive devices, demonstrate the proper use and technique of mobility devices, list down the advantages and disadvantages of each mobility assistive device.
Okay, great. Now, I'll be showing some videos. We'll have 3 different videos on how to use 3 of the most common MADs or mobility assistive devices. These videos are short, okay, roughly around 7 minutes, 6 to 7 minutes per video. Each video has a lot of important information, okay? So may mga importanteng information that you have to capture. So I want you to take down notes, listen, and jot down notes because it's going to be part of your assessment. And then demonstrate. We cannot demonstrate because we're online, as you know, about the proper use and technique. It's going to be shown in the videos that we will be seeing in a short while. Our third objective is list down the advantages and disadvantages of each mobility assistive device. So in this case, you will be doing a quick research. So I'll be giving you 15 minutes to do your own research about the advantages and disadvantages of each mobility device. I will be assign ko kayo ng isang assistive mobility, assistive device, and you will do the research about the advantages and disadvantages for 15 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Miss Elsie?
Yes, sir.
You have research about wheelchair, advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah.
Miss Juliet and Miss Belma?
Yes, sir.
Advantages and disadvantages of crutches.
Yes.
Miss Mary Ann?
Yes, sir.
Kane?
Okay.
Sir, sorry, paki-explain sa Tagalog.
Yung alin po? So, mag-research kayo later for 15 minutes tungkol sa advantages and disadvantages. So, ano yung benefit, ano yung maganda, ano yung hindi maganda sa paggamit ng mobility assistive device. So, yung sa inyo, kay ano na lang kay Miss Belma, i-research mo na lang yung lima ba tayo or 6?
6 po. Ay, 5 na lang. No, 5 na lang.
5 na
Minus
lang.
Emily.
So, Miss Belma, i-research mo yung mobilities, i-research mo na lang yung wheelchair.
This for me.
Mobility
Wheelchair
scooter
tayo,
na lang
Miss
sa'yo, Miss Elsie. Miss
Scooter.
Miss Belma.
Ano?
Ang i-research mo ay wheelchair.
Misa,
Hello?
hello?
Wheelchair sa UB,
Oo.
Wheelchair niya. Okay.
Wheelchair
disadvantage
sa'yo.
and
So,
advantage.
ano yung benefit niya? Ano yung hindi maganda sa kanya? Tapos, kay Mr. Michael would be, ano yung wala pa? Walkers.
Walkers. Okay po.
Advantages. So at least give me three. Three advantages and disadvantages. Okay?
Okay.
Questions? Guys, questions?
Nothing.
Miss Belma?
Yes, sir.
Okay pa tayo, ma'am? Nag-message ako sa'yo.
Yes, sir. Wheelchair.
Oo. So ang i-research mo lang is ano ba yung maganda sa kanya, ano yung hindi maganda sa kanya. Okay?
Uy.
Tapos
No, sir.
so naintindihan mo yung task, yung activity natin later?
Oh.
Parang naputol ata.
Bakit iba yung lumalabas sa kids ko?
So kay Ma'am Elsie,
Mobility scooter.
mobility scooter, kay Mr. Michael Walkers, kay Miss Mary Ann, so Michael would be walkers, Miss Belma would be wheelchairs. Mary, anong mobility assistive device sa'yo?
Canes po yung akin, sir.
Okay. And then kay Ma'am
Canes
Juliet,
po.
Crutches po.
Di kasi
chest. Okay. And then kay Ma'am Elsie would be mobility scooters. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yan yung activity nyo later. Okay, but wag nyo munang gagawin yan. Binigyan ko lang kayo ng idea. Okay. So present pa ba lahat? Ma'am Juliet?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am Belma?
Yes, sir. Wait. Okay, sir.
Okay. Ma'am Mary Ann?
Nawala ako.
Mr. Michael?
Okay po.
Ma'am Elsie?
Yeah.
Okay, lahat natawag. Okay. Everything is online. Thank you guys for still keeping your spirits up. So let's look at this. Anyone, can you see my screen right now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Sir,
good. All right.
how to use.
How to use a wheelchair. Guys, you have to take down notes. So make sure you have your pen and paper ready.
Career self-guide.
Self-learning.
No audio. No audio, sir.
Naririnig nyo?
Hindi po.
Hindi po.
Walang audio.
Naririnig nyo?
Wala pong sound.
Wala po, sound.
Walang sounds. Okay. Okay. Narinig niyo na?
Yes, sir.
Opo.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
Hi, I'm Neil.
And I'm Sarah. When we first got the wheelchair and started using it, we weren't given any training, and unfortunately we learnt the hard way. So we've decided to create a video for first-time users of wheelchairs, what works and doesn't work. Before setting off, ensure you have adequate clothing. Ensure the person is comfortable in their chair with their lower back right against the back of the seat. Check the pressure cushion is in place and the right way up if you have one, especially for long journeys. If someone is sat in a wheelchair for long periods of time, they are more likely to get cold much quicker. And the lap belt is in place and done up. You should allow room for only a couple of fingers. Check the feet are correctly placed on the foot pedals. And when pushing, ensure you have sensible shoes. If you have a mobile, it may be a good idea to take it just in case an emergency. It is also wise to take any medication with you, just in case. Before you start to move, make sure the hands are resting safely on the lap and not hanging down so that they may get caught in the wheels. Here's a tip when pushing a chair over the gravel. Wheel the chair backwards, allowing the bigger wheels to run smoothly over the stones. Try to plan your journey, especially if you're considering public transport. Will there be stairs or wheelchair access at the end? Will there be a disabled toilet if needed? Also, know your limits. Don't plan a long journey unless you have enough stamina to push them back to. Remember to pace yourself and leave plenty of time for your journey, and take a break if needed along the way. All wheelchairs have brakes installed on the wheels. Ensure these are applied when you are stationary, especially when travelling on a bus or in a taxi. As Neil is heavier than myself, I ensured the wheelchair we ordered came with handle brakes. These give me extra control when slowing the wheelchair down and up slopes. When crossing a road, look for the nearest dropped curb. Some dropped curbs are smoother than others, so always slow when pushing the wheelchair over these. If there aren't any dropped curbs when needed, and you are sure you have the strength, then you can perform a kick tilt. Try to avoid going down the curb forwards, as this would throw a person out of the wheelchair. Instead, reverse the chair slowly over the curb and down, using the handle brakes to slow the descent. You can apply a foot to the back stabilizers to slow the front of the chair down as it lowers. If you need to bring the wheelchair up a curb and you have the strength to do it, ensure the stabilizers are turned upwards to allow the chair to tilt further back. Once the front of the chair is resting on the pavement, lift the back of the chair up and push forwards. Once safely on the pavement, ensure you turn the stabilizers back into their normal position. When outside, be aware of bumps and potholes. Also be aware of other people on the pavement. Be aware some drop curbs can be more awkward. If this is the case, reverse the wheelchair, allowing for the larger back wheels to maneuver more easily over the curb. When encountering a slope, be aware of your weight difference, as this will affect how easy it will be to cope with the gradient. If the slope appears too steep, look for another option. Also, be aware of your strength limitations and ensure the lap belt is secured. If using a ramp, make sure it is stable and will bear the overall weight. Be aware of the sides of the ramp, ensuring the wheels do not come off, tipping the chair up. We hope you found this video helpful. The information has come from our own personal insight whilst using the wheelchair.
Thanks for watching.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
There you go. Okay, guys, that was quick. How was it?
Parang
So
Breton
can
yung
we play it
parang
again?
Breton yun. Parang British yun, sir, yung English niya eh.
Okay.
Hindi
Well,
masyado maintindihan.
yeah, British. Oo. Pero, nakita niyo naman kung ano yung mga hina-highlight niya. For sure.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Tama?
Yeah.
Oh, no
Okay.
naman.
Makikita natin kung ano yung mga ine-emphasize niya dun sa video. Para lang niyang nanonood ng English movie na for sure tayo mga Pinoy sa tayong nanonood ng Korean dito.
Si Vilma.
Hindi natin naiintindihan pero alam natin kung ano nangyayari. Tama? So, ganun din sa panonood ng video na to. Anyways, don't worry. I'll be sharing this video with you so that you can review, para ma-review nyo yung video tungkol sa tamang paggamit ng wheelchair. But let's do a quick recap. Kung ano yung mga na-pick up yung points. Kasi magre-research pa kayo. It's already 3:46. Ang bilis ng oras, guys.
Kaya nga.
Kulang pala
So,
yung 3 hours pag online.
Nag-enjoy ba kayo so far?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay naman po.
Okay. So, ano yung mga naobserbahan nyo?
Like,
Isa-isa.
I check self belt.
Okay.
Pag-
Isa
And then-
lang. Okay. Check safety belt. Ma'am Juliet.
I always check the handbrake to hold the, going to make sure the handbrake hold.
Very good. So, safety belt. Handbrake. Ma'am Belma,
And-
anong naobserbahan mo?
Yes, sir.
Ano yung naobserbahan mo sa video?
Kailangan siya nakalock.
Very good. Nakalock, di ba? Tama. Sir Michael.
The hand should be on the lap.
On the top.
On the lap kapag ikaw
On the lap,
yung
yeah.
nagtutulak. Tama?
Hindi yung
Miss
sa...
Mary Ann.
Sir, like when when we are crossing the road, when we are pushing a client in a wheelchair, we should look for the nearest drop curbs, ganun.
Okay, very good. Guys, take note of this. When we're using mobility assistive devices, okay, itong mga devices na to ay nakakatulong sa clients natin. However, merong mga risk or panganib kapag hindi mo siya tamang nagamit. So what is the number one principle as a nursing professional that we have to consider? Number one is safety.
Safety.
Safety first. So you have to write it down. Safety first. So yung mga naobserbahan yung safety principles kanina would be nakalock dapat lagi ang wheelchair bago sakyan. Make sure lock is activated or enabled.
Seat belts.
Number two, safety belt.
Safety belt.
Okay. Number three, proper weight distribution. Kung ikaw yung magtutulak. Normally, nursing assistants, magtutulak talaga tayo. Kahit nurses ng wheelchair.
Proper weight
distribution.
Proper weight.
Number four, consider your strength limitation.
Consider. Ulit, sir? Consider.
Yes, Be.
So, number
Saglit
one,
lang po,
safety.
Yes,
Sige.
Be, how can I help you? Yeah, what happened? You need something? Okay. Wait.
Okay, so good.
Number four, sir? Consider.
Strength
weight
limitation.
distribution.
Yung
Consider
pangapat natin,
strength limitation.
oo, yung lakas mo. Kasi baka feeling mo,
Ikaw si
Superman or
Superman.
Wonder Woman,
Ikaw
kaya-kaya mo.
mag-collapse.
Hindi mo kaya yan. Trust me, mahirap. So nakita niyo yung technique na ginawa niya
Yes, sir.
nung pababa.
Opo.
Hindi niya tinulak pa ganun.
Siya yung nauna.
I will tell.
Ni-reverse niya.
Yeah,
Diba?
reverse.
Kasi pag itutulak mo ba
I-reverse na yung
ganun,
wheelchair.
wala kang resistance, hindi mo makokontrol eh. Pero kapag ikaw yung nauna, pwede mo siyang masalo.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Madalas sa ospital, kapag papasok pa ng curves or medyo pababa, laging ang principle dyan, ikaw ang mauuna. Pag i-curve mo siya ng ganon, ikaw ang i-reverse mo siya, ikaw ang mauuna para meron kang pang-stop na pressure. Kasi kapag tinulak mo pa ganyan yan tapos pababa, matatangay ka.
Yeah.
Nung
Madadala.
ng kliyente mo. So that will become a problem. So our number one priority would be health and safety of our clients.
Health and safety.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Pangalawang principle na naobserbahan natin, the level of comfort.
Yeah.
Kailangan komportable yung kliyente mo. Nakaupo yan ng matagal. So ano yung mga naobserbahan yung about share yun, di ba? Principle na nakita nyo sa video. Miss Belma.
What, sir?
Yeah. Ano yung naobserbahan mong principle doon about level of comfort?
Kailangan comfortable ang pasyente.
Correct. So ano yung ginawa nung babae sa video para maging komportable yung pasyente niya?
Inayos niya yung tayo ng pasyente.
Correct. Inayos niya yung tayo. So, yung paa, naka-level. Diba? The feet are properly rested on the pedal. Tama. What else? Ano pa? Come on, guys.
She makes sure, sir, naka-seatbelt yung ano niya, yung client niya. Tapos
Okay,
yung
seatbelt. Nakita niyo yung technique na ginawa nung babae?
Yeah. Couple of fingers.
Exactly. Huwag niyo namang sakalin, baka di na makahinga. So, 2 to 3 fingers. 2 fingers normally. Okay? Kailangan hindi masyadong maluwag, hindi masyadong mahigpit. Okay, good. Very good observation. What else?
Yeah, you have to take your mobile for some sort of emergency in case.
Okay, so security or safety yon. Very good. What else?
And the medicines also, take the medicine.
Okay, very good. What else?
The hand of the client should be on the lap.
Bakit? Bakit nasa lap?
So that it will not be get in the way wheel when you push the wheelchair.
Baka mabalian ng daliri yun.
The wheels.
Habang tinutulak mo umiikot yun, baka mabali yung daliri ng kliyente mo.
Naputulan.
Make sure. Guys, also, pag nakita nyo, pag naka-wheelchair, sway, kumbaga sa Arabic, dahan-dahan lang.
Slowly, yeah.
Oo, baka naman akala nyo karera ito at tinulak nyo na mabilis yung wheelchair. So dahan-dahan, you should observe proper speed.
Yeah,
proper speed.
Kasi dati nung nag-duty ako dati sa FEU Hospital, itong isa sa mga nurses namin, abay nakipaglaro dun sa pasyente, nakipaglaro dun sa kliyente, at habang tinutulak niya sa mga ramp, ang bilis ng tatakbo. So, safety first. Huwag magmamadali. Proper clothing is also very important.
Yeah.
Proper clothing is very important. Also, kung mapapansin nyo, madalas sa wheelchair, kailangan tingnan nyo rin yung level ng upuan. Kasi may mga wheelchair na na-adjust eh. Baka masyado siyang lubog. Tapos yung likod. Okay, kasi I think napagdaanan nyo yan sa level 2, level 3 nyo. Yung mga mga source. May mga bed source na
Yun sa mga positions, sir.
Positioning. So kahit ikaw pag nakaupo ka ng matagal, prolonged yung pressure sa lower back mo or sa
lumbar area.
Sa lumbar area or sa gluteal area mo, pwede siyang mag-cause ng sores or injuries. Okay? Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now let's move on to how to use crutches. Take down notes again.
Hey everyone, it's Sarah, the registered nurse, RN.com, and today we're going to talk about crutches. And as always, when you get done watching this review, you can access the free quiz that will test you on this assistive device. So let's get started. For exams in nursing school, you want to make sure that you are familiar with assistive devices, such as crutches, canes.
Walang sound.
No, wala.
Why I cannot see the video?
Hindi nyo makita yung video?
Wala kita po, sir, pero nag-hang siya.
Okay. Sige.
Ang nakikita ko yung mga mukha nyo.
Ganda ba, te?
Yes, of course. Level 3, batch 3 yan.
Nakikita nyo na?
Yeah.
Opo.
Okay, sige. Wait lang. I-ano natin siya, ha? Computer sound. Ito may share ko.
NurseRN.com, and today we're going to talk about. Hey everyone, it's Sarah Threads to Nurse.
Yeah.
Okay.
NurseRN.com, and today we're going to talk about crutches. And as always, when you get done watching this review, you can access the free quiz that will test you on this assistive device. So let's get started. For exams in nursing school, you want to make sure that you are familiar with assistive devices, such as crutches, canes, and walkers. And in our next videos, we will be talking about canes and walkers. So with crutches, what you specifically want to know for exams is how they should properly fit, the different types of gaits you can do with crutches, how a patient should go up and down the stairs with crutches, and how they should get up or sit down in a chair. So first, let's talk about proper fit. What are some things that you need to see in your patient that tells you that those crutches fit them properly? Well, before a patient even starts using crutches, the crutches will have to be adjusted based on the patient's height. And they can be adjusted at the bottom and at the top. And usually on most crutches, there's a height range where you will slide the part of the crutch to meet whatever your patient's height is. Also, there's a hand grip on the crutch that can be adjusted as well. So some things you want to remember is that you want to be looking at the gap between the crutch rest pad and the axilla, the armpit. There should be a gap there. It should be about 2 to 3 fingers width, which ends up being about 1 to 1.5 inches. And the reason you want this gap is because while the patient is using the crutch, they need to be putting all their weight on the hand grips rather than on this crutch rest pad via the axilla area. Because in this area you have nerves, and if they're putting all their weight on that, number one, it's really going to be uncomfortable and hurt, but it's also going to damage those nerves in that area. Also, you want to be looking at the hand grips and where they're lining up on the body. The hand grip should be even with the top of the hip line. So whenever the patient actually uses the hand grips, their elbow will be slightly bent at about 30 degrees. Now let's talk about the different types of gaits while using crutches. And you want to make sure that you really truly understand these different types of gaits that I'm going to go over, because exams love to give you a description of a gait that a patient may be doing while using crutches, and you'll have to identify it. So before a patient even starts ambulating with crutches at first, you want to make sure that they are wearing a gait belt for safety. Also, before they start doing one of these type of gaits, they're going to start in the tripod position, and it looks something like this, and it forms like a triangle, hence looks like a tripod. And this is where the crutches are about 6 inches out diagonally from the feet. So first, let's start out with the point gaits. We have 3 of them. We have the 2-point gait, the 3-point gait, and the 4-point gait. Now, how you can keep these straight is that you need to ask yourself, how many points are on the ground, hence how many crutches are on the ground and how many feet are on the ground whenever you're looking at the scenario, because each crutch counts as a point and each foot counts as a point. So the 2-point, we're going to have 2 points on the ground at a time, whether it's a crutch or a foot. So what does it look like? Well, this is where the patient will move the crutch on the injured side. So we're going to say it's the right side. So they move the right crutch and they move the left foot together. Then they will move the left crutch on that non-injured side and the right foot together. So you have 2 points.
2 points.
Next is the 4-point gait, and it's a little bit similar to the 2-point gait, but each point is moving separately, because remember in 2-point they were moving together, the right and the left moving together, and then the left and the right moving together. But here with 4-point, they're separate. So the patient will move the right crutch, which is, we'll say, the injured side. Then they'll move the left foot, then they'll move the left crutch, and then they'll move the right foot.
Opposite.
And the last point gait is the 3-point gait. And this is where they move both crutches and the injured leg together at the same time, and then they will move the non-injured leg. And then lastly, we have the 2 swing gaits, and it's either a swing through gait. And gait is where the patient will move both crutches forward. Then they will hence swing or move both legs forward and place them at the placement of where the crutches are located. Now, the swing through is very similar to this. They will move both crutches forward, then they will move both legs forward, hence swing both legs forward, but they will swing it past the crutch placement. Now let's talk about stairs. How does a patient navigate up and down the stairs while using crutches? Well, you want to keep these 2 straight, and what I'm meaning is which leg is going to go first up the step versus which leg is going to go down the step first. And to remember that, remember good up and bad down. So whenever a patient is going up the stairs, their good leg is going to go first up on the step, followed by the crutches and the bad leg, which will proceed and go up the step. Now, whenever they're going down the steps, they're going to move the crutches down onto the step. That'll help provide stability, followed by the bad leg, because the bad leg is going to go down, and then they're going to move the good leg down onto the step. And lastly, we're going to wrap up the lecture and talk about how a patient sits down and gets up while using crutches. To sit in the chair, the patient's going to back up to the chair and fill the chair with the non-injured leg. And when the patient fills the chair with the non-injured leg, they're going to stop and move both crutches over to the injured side for support. Then the patient's going to grip the hand grips and slightly bend the non-injured leg and feel behind them, and then sit in the chair while keeping the injured leg extended. To get up from the chair, the patient is going to take the crutches and put them on the injured side for support. He's going to keep the injured leg extended and push up on the non-injured side and using the hand grips of the crutches. Then he's going to put the crutches in position. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to take the free quiz and to subscribe to our channel for more videos.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Kamusta?
Okay lang.
Carry bell, sir.
Okay, wait ha. So,
Mabilis pa sa magsalita yan ah.
mabilis ba? Huwag kayong mag-alala, i-share ko naman yung video sa inyo. Okay. So, anong naobserbahan nyo?
Yung safety pa rin, sir.
Safety is very important.
Comfort. And comfort po ng client.
Okay. And comfort ng client. So, ano yung mga techniques na nakita nyo na pinakita niya kanina? Start tayo kay Ma'am Belma. Ano yung nakita mong technique na ginawa dun sa ano?
Ano may nakita?
Sa crutches, sa saklay.
May sukat na 2-3 tip. Fingers 1.5.
So,
Kailangan.
dito sa kilikili.
Yeah, in the
Ah,
armpit.
Sukatin yung
Axilla.
tatlo dito.
Axilla, rest pad.
Yeah.
Okay, ano pa? Very good. Ma'am Juliet, ano yung nakita mong technique?
Technique. Kailangan pag yung sa hip line niya,
Yes.
yung niya, third degree, kailangan may 30 degree na
30 degrees, ibig sabihin, yung
The
siko niya,
should be
hindi
Nakabend.
siya sobrang bend, hindi siya sobrang extended. Kailangan ganito, 30 degrees.
100.
Okay. Ano pa? Ma'am Mary Ann.
Sir, pinakita po doon yung mga iba't ibang gates ng paggamit ng mga crutches. Like yung 2-point gate, 4-point gate, swing point, mga ganun
Exactly.
po. Yeah, at saka po
Very
yung
good.
sa paggamit po ng crutches, going up the stairs
Going
and
down.
going down the stairs
Going
po.
down.
Okay, very good. Mr. Michael, ano pa nakita mo?
Tsaka yung positioning, sir, ng crutches tsaka yung paa. Naka-triangle. Yung position.
Tripod.
Tripod.
Diba? Naka-tripod siya. So yun yung pinaka-una mong posisyon. Tsaka kailangan pantay mo na yung paa. Diba? Tapos, medyo naka-forward ng konti yung dalawang crutches na parang naka-triangle siya.
Naka-triangle.
Tripod position. Very good. Miss LC, ano pa yung naobserbahan mo kanina?
Yung the swing gate, sir, should be both crutches ahead and then both feet ahead of the crutches when you walk.
Okay, very good. So, ito, bilang nursing aid, ano sa tingin niyo yung pwede mo maitulong sa kliyente?
Teach them how to use the proper use
Exactly.
of this crutches.
Most of the time, nurses are educators.
They're educating.
We always educate them, teach them, inform them, remind them. This is how you use it. These are the techniques we can use. Obserbahan mo. Kailangan lagi ka rin nakaalalay sa kanya. So you should be on a safe distance. Kapag natumba, at least andun ka to support. Okay? So yun yung mga techniques na kailangan mong maintindihan. May confusion ba kayo dun sa swing gates? 2-point, 3-point, 4-point. So naintindihan naman natin. Swing
gate.
Two crutches, then swing the.
Followed by the foot.
So, okay. So, clear tayo ha? Okay. So, for 11 na guys. Okay, let's move on to the next video. I'll just share my screen. Pero nakakatuwa siyang panoorin, di ba? Akala mo ang simple-simple lang gamitin, pero may mga techniques yan na kailangan mong obserbahan. At may nakalimutan kayo, yung inyong gate belt.
Gate belt.
Remember?
Gate belt.
Safety
Kailangan bago
first.
maglakad, kailangan mayroon siyang gate belt. Tapos, yung palang siya, kailangan pala mauna yung kung
crutches.
Yes.
Right.
So, depende yun sa condition ng client mo, ha? Depende yun sa case ng client mo. Okay? Tapos yung technique din kung paano siya umakyat baba ng hagdanan. Okay, normally, kapag tinitrain natin yung mga people of determination, katulad nito, halimbawa people with injuries, normally umaalalay naman ng mga physical therapist natin. However, kapag wala yung physical therapy, anong gagawin mo? That's why kailangan mo ng information about how to use these crutches. Okay? All right. Now, I'll be sharing my screen again so that we can move on to the next material. let's move on to this one. How to use canes. So can everyone see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey everyone, it's Sarah with RegisteredNurseRN.com, and today we're going to talk about canes. And as always, after you get done watching this YouTube video, you can access the free quiz that will test you on this assistive device. So let's get started. When you're studying these assistive devices for exams, you want to make sure that you know those key concepts about those devices, such as canes, crutches, and walkers. And in our previous video, we talked about crutches, and in our next video, we'll talk about walkers. So for canes, you want to make sure that you're familiar with how a cane should properly fit a patient, how to actually walk with a cane, how a patient should go up and down stairs with a cane, and how they should get up from a chair or sit down in a chair with a cane. Therefore, let's start with the proper fit. How do you know as the nurse that this cane actually fits your patient? Well, before a patient uses a cane for the first time, it has to be adjusted. Most canes can be adjusted at the bottom by sliding the cane into location of where it should go to fit the patient. But once the patient is holding the cane, or once they have the cane standing beside their body, how do you know it actually fits the patient? Well, there's two ways you can tell. The first way is that the top of the cane, which is about this area here, should be even with the great trochanter. The great trochanter is a prominence of the femur. So that top of the cane should, whenever the patient's standing up and has the cane beside of them. Or the top of the cane should be even with the wrist crease that is closest to the hand. So those are two ways you can tell. Also, whenever the patient is holding the cane, the elbow should be flexed at a 15 to 30 degree angle. So those are some things that you can look for as the nurse to tell you that this cane properly fits your patient. Now let's talk about how a patient should walk with the cane. Before a patient starts using their cane and practicing with it, you want to make sure that they are wearing a gait belt for safety. In addition, you're going to stand on the patient's weak side in case they lose their balance. So whenever they start using the cane, they want to make sure that they're in the proper position. The position that they want to be in, they want to make sure that they are positioning the tip of the cane at least 4 inches from the side of the foot. And they want to hold the cane on the strong side of the body. So remember that. The cane needs to be on the strong side. Very important concept to remember. So how are they going to actually ambulate with this cane? Well, to ambulate with the cane, what they're going to do is they're going to move the cane with the weak side together forward. So they move the cane along with their weak side together. Then they will move the strong side forward. So how does a patient go up and down the stairs with a cane? Well, the concept is the same like how we learned with crutches. Remember, I told you to remember up equals good, down equals bad. And what we're referring to is the good leg going up first, which would be the strong leg, versus whenever we're going down the stairs, it would be the bad leg that's going to go first, so the weak side. Therefore, how do we go up the stairs using that concept? Well, what the patient wants to do is they want to hold the cane on that good/strong side. Then they're going to move the good leg up onto the step, and they're going to put weight onto the cane and then move the cane and the bad leg up onto the step. Now to go down the stairs, the patient again is going to hold the cane on the good side, that strong side. They're going to move the cane down onto the step with the bad leg. So the bad leg is going down. Then they're going to move the good leg down onto the step. And lastly, let's talk about how a patient will sit down and get up using a cane. To sit down with a cane, the patient is going to back up to the chair until he fills the chair with the back of the legs. Then the patient will allow the cane to rest on the side of the chair and place both hands on the chair's armrest and place weight on the hands while keeping the weak leg extended out and bend the strong leg to sit down. To sit up with the cane, a patient is going to place the cane on the strong side and lean forward in the chair while keeping the weak leg slightly extended forward. Then the patient is going to push down on the cane's hand grip and the chair armrest, and then put weight on the strong leg and stand in position with the cane. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to take the free quiz and to subscribe to our channel for more videos. Hey everyone, it's Sarah, the Registered Nurse RN.
Kumusta?
Okay lang, sir.
po.
So, nakita niyo yung techniques ulit?
Yeah.
Opo.
Yes, sir.
Okay, wait lang ha. I-ano lang natin siya. Okay, so mag-recap tayo. Ano yung mga nakita niyong techniques? Sa cane. Ano bang madali? Ang cane or ang crutch?
Ang cane, sir.
Parang mas,
Crutch po. Kasi dalawa.
or crutches.
Parang nababalance.
Yeah, nababalance siya.
Oo,
Madali
mas
na
parang mas
i-balance.
madali,
Parang
no?
ganon.
Oo.
Opo.
Pero yung techniques natin, again, katulad ng sabi ko kanina, we have to educate our clients kung ano yung techniques na pwede nilang gamitin. So ano yung mga nakita niyong technique na kailangan mong tandaan? Mr. Michael?
Yung always sa strong side yung cane, sir.
Exactly. So remember that, guys. Always ang cane nasa strong side. Baka kasi sabihin natin, sabihin natin sa kliyente natin, ma'am, hawakan niyo yung cane dun sa may malapit sa injured leg. Matutumba yun.
Yeah.
Okay, next, what else?
Also
Yes, Miss Elsie.
the gate belt.
Very good. Safety.
Yeah. Move along with the weak side. Like, move the cane along with the weak
very
side.
good.
Yeah. And then place approximately 4 inches
normally
from the
sabay
foot.
siya, di ba? Sumakasabay yung cane sa weak side.
Weak side.
Very
And
good.
same thing with the crutch,
Miss Belma,
with the crutches, sir.
ano pang naobserbahan mo kanina? Yes, that's right. So, Miss Belma, how about you? Anong naobserbahan mo kanina?
Sir?
Ano pang naobserbahan mo kanina sa video? Yung nakita niyo yung technique ng di ba ito yung handle? Ano yung palatandaan na sakto yung taas ng cane? Hello guys.
Even
Kailangan pantay sa
even
wrist.
with a great adjusted sir.
Dito. So kapag nakalaylay yung kamay ko, nakalaylay siya dito sa baba, kailangan yung hawakan halos papantay dito. Okay?
Tsaka po
Hindi
yung sa
siya
elbow,
lagpas.
sir. Yung flexion ng elbow.
Oo, kailangan 15 to 30.
15 to 30 degrees ang
Okay.
elbow.
And then for the foot,
Yes, sir.
for the foot side of foot.
Educate.
4. I think
Like 4 inches apart from the foot.
for the foot
Okay,
side of
3 to 4 inches. Okay, so okay tayo?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll be giving you 5 minutes break. Don't worry guys, alam ko mabilis yung videos. Pero i-share ko sa inyo 'yon. You have my WhatsApp number. Short course natin to. This is ito yung first topic natin. So baka nabibilisan kayo. Let me know. Kung may questions kayo, I'm available on WhatsApp. May group tayo. So pwede kayo mag-ask ng questions. Again, do not be shy to ask questions. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So I'll just give you 10 minutes, another 10 minutes na break. However, unfortunately, meron tayong kulang tayo sa oras. So i-discuss ko sa inyo later yung common
Yes, ma'am.
nursing issues
No, ma'am, I'm
and
studying.
nursing interventions. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So we have to be back at exactly 4:34.
4:34, sir. Okay.
Okay?
Okay, sir.
Nagyaya naman lumayas yung alaga ko.
Sabi ka sa amo mo.
Ando na.
Ay. Pusa mo, te.
Ano yung sinabi niya?
Yung amo ko naman, nakikiutos pa. Alam niya yung nag-a-update ko.
Yung amo ko natulog pa. Pero, after ng klase natin, magluluto na ako.
So naman ay, di makaano. Alam niyang pahinga ko, tinatanong niya kung natutulog ako.
Buong.
Utos.
Sinabi mo na may online class ka. Ako sinabi ko sa tatay ko kahapon. Tinawanan na niya ako. Ano yan? Ganito hindi man tumaklik. Uy! Kailangan ng bagong cellphone. Padalahan daw ako ng cellphone ng kapatid ko. para sa online class lang. Pwede ba yun, Ann?
Pwede po. Pwede naman po tablet.
Para magamit ko daw ba? Hindi, pabadalan daw niya ako. Makatanggap kayo ako dito? Dito maka-download ng cellphone ko ng mga documents, mga video. Yun ang problema ko. May extra daw siyang cellphone doon. Bigay daw niya sa akin.
Ipadala niya po. Yeah, okay.
Haya. Tagaan mo cellphone.
Birthday gift na ako, Tudong. Birthday gift.
Oo nga pala. May Airtel.
I-request na yun. Ngayon sa nga cellphone.
May tatlong camera na lang.
Hinaminan. Imo tagakuan ba? Tulo ka camera kay dali kay ma-download.
Updated.
Wala ika padaanan. Tulo ka camera, Michael.
Imong amo bit
ko. Tama na gunang iPhone or iPhone 7. Ay, maulo ta sa tuwang mo. Ginoo ko magkuanta nga. Dagko na may kong utang kabubutan sa kong amo.
Imo ingnon nga. Isagad na lang. Isagad.
Isagad. Sure ko yun.
Isagad ka na. Sagad-sagarin mo na tayo.
Pag sa amo ko kuya, sagad sa utos. Bullshit eh.
Gitog mo. Uy, grabe man kalamig man dito sa bahay. Di mo ko ka-concentrate sa kuwang tanaw sa kong video ba? Karon June 7 akong amo wala na diri.
Doon na siya sa planta ma?
Oo.
Sana yung mga amo ko din.
Gusto ko nandito ang tatay ko.
Sana yung mga amo ko din.
Kasi hindi naman pala utos tong tatay ko eh.
Ako may 4 na alaga. Palima si Tami.
Cool, 4. Double times 2, di ba? Low.
May dalawa pa. Pag humingi rin ng pagkain, di mo rin bibigyan niya. Guguluhin pa niya. Pag humingi yan, di mo bibigyan niya, guguluhin ka niya.
Pero gising ng nanay niya.
Hindi pwede magluto sa ng pagkain niya kasi hindi naman niya pinakain.
Ano yung tinimpla mo yan? Bilhin mo nga ako ito, pa-deliver mo.
Ha?
Nalamig ako. Super kalamig.
Buti dito hininaan nila ang aircon. Siguro nakakalata. Sabi ko, ma'am, parang ako nasa freezer nito. Bakit parang gusto niya yata ako mag-yelo dito?
Uy, nasa online si Sitso. TKL1 daw. TKL1.
Pagawa ng tinapay ang tatay ko.
Michael, nganong magandang balbas? Mura na kag-hit. Helmetan niyo.
Matawa.
Wala.
Siya man yung nag-ano ma. Yung mag-Allahu Akbar pag madaling araw.
Siya ang imam.
Sakit kayo eh. Sa trabaho.
Yeah, mag-imam na ka.
Pero shave. Dito naman kayo mag-shave sa trabaho. Sakit sabihin sige shave.
Sakit sabunan ni Mokil para dili sakit.
Oo, bisan pa. Masakit gyapon eh. Isa kanang kuan na bagay permi na mangud.
Anaro nimo? Mura nakatiguang anak. Uli ka Pilipinas mo ni na Lockdown na dito. Wow, magkanang kuan, abusayap na.
Ba't baligtad tayo pag lockdown kailangan iyak? Bakit sumasama?
Ganahan na iyang bana asawa na. Mas magana ng asawa niya pag madaming balbas.
Makiliti si ate girl.
Katawa sa lima.
Buti pa sa Tibel, nag-snack na.
Binuyan siya. Sinabayan na niya si GAMES. Yung alaga niya.
Joke na, kilay.
Okay, Ramadan.
Sayang si Emily. Maiiwan natin si Emily.
Kaya, sayang. Baka sa next week yun. Baka busy pa.
Sayang din kasi.
Wala tayo kwarta. Walang pera si Emily. Yan nga ang sabi niya. Wala daw
Hello guys.
Paano ko? Hi sir.
Para akong kontrabida, no? Biglang sumusulpot tapos mas kaya kayo nag-uusap. Okay. I'm sorry to cut the fun, but we have to move forward.
Ano yung maingay? Parang may ibon.
Okay. All right. So let's move on. Now, let me just share my screen with you. Marami ba kayo natutunan so far?
Yes,
sir.
Okay. Very good. Nakikita niyo ba yung screen ko?
Opo.
Not yet. Yeah. Not yet.
Okay.
Hey everyone.
Okay. Ngayon, let's move on. Kasi ang ginawa ko, I made 3 different modules for this course alone, which is mobility assistive devices. Now, let's welcome guys to module 3. Okay. So kita niyo naman bilis ng oras. We have technically 25 minutes to go.
25 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, 25 minutes to go.
Yes, 25 minutes.
Okay.
Parang gusto nang umuwi
Okay. Wala pala akong video. Okay na po, sir?
Okay na. Nakikita nyo?
Okay. Yes, sir. Of course.
All right. Miss Juliet, can you read the objectives?
Okay. At the end of this module, the student must list down the rest of the use of mobility-assisted devices to the clients, provide basic nursing intervention of preventive measures to address the rest of mobility-assisted devices.
Okay. Very good. So, ngayon, alam na natin kung ano ang mobility assistive devices. Okay? Alam natin kung anong ibig sabihin ng mobility assistive devices. Alam natin kung para saan. Alam natin yung itsura. What are the different types of mobility assistive devices? What are the basic techniques that we use in properly using the mobility assistive devices? Okay? Now, kailangan, as nurses, we also have to understand ano yung risk. Okay? What are the risks? What are the issues? What are the possible problems that, our clients might face or encounter kapag gumamit sila ng mobility assisted devices? It doesn't necessarily mean na porket mobility assisted maganda lagi. Okay? It boils down to safety principles. It all boils down to the level of comfort. Alam ba gamitin, and many other things. And bilang nurses, ano yung pwede natin gawin? Okay? That's why we call it nursing interventions. Ano pwede natin gawin to prevent or avoid problems na pwede natin pumunta sa natin gawin, kailangan alam muna natin kung ano yung pwedeng problema na pwede natin kaharapin pagdating sa So, guys, sharing with you, 1 second. Can you still see me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Juliet,
Yes, sir.
Belma,
Yes, sir.
Michael,
Yes, sir.
Marianne. Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
So, I'll just be sharing with you quickly what are the side effects, okay? Possible side effects. Okay. May access ba kayo lahat sa group chat natin?
Opo.
Yes,
Sa
sir.
WhatsApp po, sir.
Opo, meron.
Okay. I'll be posting it there. Check your WhatsApp, please.
Pain and
Nakita niyo WhatsApp?
Yes po.
Okay. Pakisulat po yan sa notes ninyo because we will be checking everything na andyan.
Pain in shoulders.
WhatsApp eh.
Okay, pakisulat ha. Sa WhatsApp po siya isi-send.
Ngayon na, sir?
Hindi,
Oo,
bukas
pa-check sa
na.
WhatsApp, ma'am.
Hindi ko makita.
Si Vilma.
Oh my God, di ko makita.
Isulat mo, Bel. Pain in shoulders, back pain.
Saan ba?
Nasa kabila. Makikita mo naman eh. Wala sa video.
Wala nga.
Nasa WhatsApp to Vilma.
Ay, naku po, ma'am. Doon
Okay,
ka
okay,
pupunta
okay.
sa-
Okay.
Okay, okay, sir.
So nakita niyo na?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So
Nakita
these are
na.
the common, guys, these are the common problems that we will encounter. Okay. With the use of the with the MADs, mobility assistive devices. Ito yung mga common issues na pwede nating ma-encounter, na pwedeng ireklamo ng ating mga clients. So, pain in shoulder, back pain, social anxiety, falls, balance problems, crutch paralysis, skin irritation, slipping, catching tip and falling, joint or muscle pain. So, na-follow nyo?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Napalo.
Okay. So, ano yung questions nyo dito sa list na binigay ko? Ano yung hindi nyo maintindihan dito sa list na binigay ko? Ma'am Belma, nakuha mo yung list ng problems?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ano yung mga nakita nyong hindi nyo maintindihan dito sa mga nakalista na issues or problems? Crutch paralysis.
Crutch paralysis.
Paralysis.
Yeah, crutch paralysis.
Ang tawag dyan sa crutch paralysis, di ba, ito yung axilla, yung armpit, kilikili.
Mhm.
Ito yung crutch. May axillary nerve tayo dito. Kapag sobra yung pressure mo sa axillary nerve mo at nawala ng blood supply, parang feeling mo paralisado. Ngalay. Nangangalay.
Yes.
So crutch paralysis. Okay? Skin irritation. Sleeping. Okay. So ngayon, itetest ko kayo. Ilan bang... Okay. So mabilis lang. Next week pwede nating... kasi napaka-importante nitong topic na to. Kaya kailangan dito tayo mag-focus. Mabilis lang. So pain in shoulder. Anong pwede niyong gawin?
Ice pack. Or
Sorry?
Tumasag
ice pack. Massage. Ice pack.
Ice pack.
Ice pack.
Ice pack?
Yeah.
Ice pack agad?
No.
Guys, anong...
Hindi mo na ipagamit,
Warm
sir.
up. I-warm up yung ano, sir.
Okay, prevention is better than cure. Basic principle. So, ang una mo intervention dyan is laging educate. Educate the client with the proper technique. Number 2, make sure na proper ang height. Kasi kailangan mo i-prevent yung pain in shoulder eh. Bago ka pa dumating sa pain in shoulder, kailangan mag-intervene ka na. Andun ka na. Harangan mo na. Yan ang basic principle natin bilang nurses.
Proper height.
Inyo.
Hey, Vilma, maingay ka?
Hindi ah.
Ano yung maingay?
Ako yata?
Ano pa pwede nyong...
Hindi nga.
Hindi ko maririnig.
Kailangan magaling kayo mag-isip ng mga intervention na pwede gawin. Ano pa din yung gawin? Bago tayo pumunta sa mga ice pack, mga warm compress. Hello? Elsie,
Yes, sir.
ano pa sa tingin mo pwede natin gawin?
Yung comfortable ng patients.
Okay, bigyan mo ng pad. Kailangan may pad.
Yes.
Ano pa?
Siyempre, sir,
Ma'am
yung
Belma,
suitable sa height
ano
niya.
pa sa tingin mo?
Hindi siya naka-lean forward, basta suitable.
Proper
I-limit din
posture.
yung ano, sir.
Proper posture.
Okay.
Limit yung paggamit, sir.
Exactly. Provide ample rest. Provide ample rest. Yan yung mga isa sa mga importante mong i-consider. Now, back pain.
Kailangan ayusin mo muna yung ano niya, yung pag-proper sa upuan niya para wala siyang back pain.
Exactly. So proper posturing.
Posture.
Educate pa rin. Educate proper posture. Change position from time to time. Diba? Nasa positioning principles niya yan. Guys, remember, kapag nagbibigay ka ng nursing interventions, okay, always focus on prevention. Bago pa lang kayo dumating sa problema, i-prevent nyo na. That's why we call it intervention. Intervene. Kumbaga, putulin nyo na. Bago pa lang pumunta sa sitwasyon na may pain na siya sa shoulder, bago pa lang siya umabot sa punto na may back pain siya, putulin nyo na yung pwedeng maging source. Ganun dapat yung mentality natin bilang nurses. Okay? Social anxiety. Ano yung social anxiety?
Yung takot makipag-mingle? Like,
yung
wala siyang introvert.
Parang different siya, sir.
Kulang
different
siya sa
from other person.
Confidence, parang ganyan.
Exactly.
Na yung confidence niya.
Ano bang ibig sabihin ng anxiety sa medical term? Sa psychiatry, ano ibig sabihin ng anxiety? What is anxiety?
Yung fears niya, sir.
Okay, very good. The term is fear. Anxiety is fear of the unknown. Yan ang pinaka-definition ng anxiety. Fear of the unknown. Unknown. Hindi mo alam.
Hindi mo alam.
Natatakot ka sa hindi mo alam na pwedeng mangyari. Parang sa future, di ba? Anxious ka. Kaya pag sinabi, oy, why are you anxious? Nakabahan ako eh. Natatakot ako eh. Hindi ko alam kung hanggang kailan tong COVID na to eh. Ayan, anxious yan. Social anxiety, nakabahan ako baka kung anong isipin nila eh. Kinakabahan ako baka pagtawanan ako eh. Pag ginamit ko tong crutches eh. Diba? So,
Nahiya ako.
So that's social anxiety. Ano pwede niyong gawin sa social anxiety?
Encourage mo siya. Yeah.
Very good. Encourage. How do you encourage? How do you encourage?
No, it's okay. It's okay to use the crutches like that. Don't
be shy.
No, don't be shy.
Okay, very good. Pero minsan kahit sabihin mo don't be shy, it's okay. Hindi tumatalab yung ganyan eh. Diba? You need it. No, I want to stay in my room. I don't want to go out. People might judge me. Diba?
But you need that one because so that you can your body maano yung katawan mo ba exercise.
Very good. Diba? Now, if someone is anxious, okay, listen. If someone is anxious, meaning ang tao natatakot siya sa unknown source. Hindi niya alam eh. That's why it's anxiety. You fear the unknown. The first and the most effective way of encouraging them is active listening. You have to listen to your clients. You can ask them, can you tell me more what you're going through, what you're feeling? Can you tell me more what's bothering you? Pwede mo bang i-share sa akin kung ano yung pinakabahala mo? So that when the client starts verbalizing and sharing with you his view, his opinion, his worries, his feelings, then maintindihan mo. Kasi it's individual. May kanya-kanya tayong worries eh. Diba? Based on our experiences. So from there, pwede mo na siyang i-encourage. Okay, naintindihan ko. Ganito pala yung kinakatakot mo. Huwag kang mag-alala, andito ako. I'll be at your side always. Tapos magti-training tayo para effective mo siyang magawa. Natatakot ako baka matumba ako. Baka yun ang dahilan pala niya. Natatakot ako baka matumba ako, mapahiya ako. Natatakot ka baka matumba. Huwag kang mag-alala. Magti-training tayo tapos we will apply the techniques. So, pag na-address mo yun, kasi nakinig ka at naintindihan mo at na-share niya yung viewpoint niya, mabibigyan mo siya ng tamang encouragement. Are we on the same page, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Makinig ka muna sa kanya at tanungin mo, tell me more what you're going through. Tell me what's bothering you. Tell me your worries. Tapos makinig ka lang. Then let the client verbalize. Then from there, alam mo na kung paano i-address at paano mo siya i-encourage. Natatakot ako, hindi ko kasi alam gamitin to eh. Then you know, okay, huwag kang madali lang yan. Ito yung mga techniques natin. Pag na-address mo na at alam niya nang gawin, hindi na siya takot. As simple as that. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
So primarily, ang nursing interventions natin would always be education. We have to educate them, prevent things from happening. Laging education, guys. Education is a very powerful tool for our clients. Kapag alam nila yung ginagawa nila, hindi matatakot yung mga yan. Number 2, active listening. Provide active listening to your clients. And proper adjustment ng heights ng mga mobility assistive devices natin. Okay? So do you have questions for me?
Wala po.
Everyone, do you
Super,
have
so
questions for
good.
me?
You're very good.
Wala.
Thank you so
Clear,
much, Ma'am
sir.
Juliet.
Clear.
Okay.
Okay.
I know, guys, it's very fast. It's our first class. Okay? Hindi ko pa profile. I want you to be honest and transparent. Kapag hindi kayo naintindihan, I'm just a text away, nasa WhatsApp. Kapag ayaw nyo nag-i-English ako, I'll do my best to deliver it in pure Tagalog. I cannot promise, pero I'll do my best. And what else? If you have questions, let me know. Pag masyadong mabilis, let me know. Huwag mahihiya after ng class, kahit after ng class, i-message lang sa group. Sir, Cyril, pwede ba ako magtanong? Hindi ako nakaka-catch up kanina, hindi ko maintindihan to. Paano ba to? It's okay. I may not be able to answer all your questions real time. Hindi automatic na pagka tanong nyo, makakasagot ako agad. So yon. I hope you enjoyed the class. Please share your email addresses in our WhatsApp group. Magsisend ako sa inyo ng short survey. It's a 5-question survey about our class, our module, the content, the materials. And then I will also send yung quiz ninyo sa email. Lahat ba may email?
Yes, sir.
Opo.
Miss Mary Ann, may email?
Yes, sir.
Miss Julie,
Meron po.
Miss Elsie, Mr. Michael, Ma'am Belma.
Meron
sir.
po.
Okay. So, do you have questions for me?
None, sir.
So far, so good, sir.
Wala pa naman, sir.
Okay, thank you so
far,
much.
so
I really
good.
enjoyed our class. I look forward for the upcoming weeks. Next week, mag-prepare kayo. Yung mga hindi masyadong magaling sa math, because we will be doing medication management. Okay? So, meron tayong mga calculation. I will be sharing with you some abbreviations, medical abbreviations, so that you can read doctor's order. Though hindi naman nursing assistants ang nag-administer talaga ng drugs. But it's good for you to understand. Okay? Yung calculations, yung computation, conversion, at saka kung paano read ng doctor's order. And the common drugs that we use, bedside
Yan,
drugs.
sir eh.
Ha?
Sir, what about this one? The
Parang
research.
estilo yun.
Yun.
Yung ano po,
nyo,
yung
research.
Opo, yung disadvantage and advantages.
Please do the
Kailan yun, sir?
research. Next week yan. So we will allot like 15 minutes for that. In our first class, the first part of our class, mag-aalat tayo ng 15 minutes for the presentation. Magtulungan tayo, guys, ha? Kasi, again,
Opo, sir.
hindi biro yung profession na to. Buhay yung pinag-uusapan natin. Hindi to parang mag-i-email ka lang, nagkamali ka, pwede mong i-recall yung email mo, hindi to opisina. We're talking about lives. We're talking about people's health. We're talking about our clients' welfare. So, it's very important na seryosohin natin to. Kaya nga, sabi ko sa inyo, kapag may questions kayo, huwag mahihiya. Okay?
So, ibig sabihin, sir, yung module 1 at saka 2, 3, today mo ipapasa or the next day? Or
Within this week, ipapasa ko yan. Within this week, ipapasa ko lahat ng modules. Ipiprepare ko lang siya into a PDF file. I'll convert my presentation into a PDF file. Our WhatsApp group should be active, and you can post your questions in our WhatsApp group. I'll do my best to respond to all your questions the soonest possible time. And
pero mas maganda siguro, sir, sa Gmail na lang kasi yung phone ko hindi siya nakaka-download.
okay, sure, no problem. Let me know. That's why I'm asking for your Gmail accounts and addresses. And guys, let's help each other. Okay? Kasi I know may mga work katulad ni Ma'am Belma. Kanina, she was a little busy. So, baka hindi siya nakapag-focus masyado sa class natin. Alright?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Happy
Punta ka lang
Friday!
dito sa bahay ko.
Happy Friday.
Happy
Happy
Friday.
Friday! Thank you guys.
Happy
God bless.
weekend.
Sir.
Happy
Thank you, sir.
weekend. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Keep safe.
See you
Bye,
next
sir.
week.
Thank you po.
Thank you.
Till next
Good
week.
day,
Next week.
Teacher Cyril.
Hello, ma.
Hello.
Hello, kumusta?
Thank you so much.
Kumusta kayo? Kailan kayo punta dito campus? Mag-enroll na kayo para sa next level.
Lockdown po kami, ma'am.
Tapos yung wise.
Tapos na kami
Lockdown
nag-enroll.
po kami dito sa service.
Mag-ano na ako mag-sign out ko na ha. Okay?
Oo,
Okay po.
sige ma'am.
See
Sige
you
po,
next
ma'am.
Weekend.
Bye.
Bye.
Mag-ingat ka
Bye.
dyan.
Okay, ma'am.